What's going on everyone, it's Dr. Glitch and this is the new Meta Quest 3S which I've been using for the last week, and I wanted to share my genuine thoughts on it so far, covering what the gaming experience has been like, the new features, and whether or not it's truly worth buying. The fact that you're getting a full color pass-through, the same new processor featured in the Quest 3, and a free copy of Batman Arkham Shadows, all for $299 is seriously impressive. Also, a big thanks to Meta for sending this out and sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get this unboxed. So firstly, this is the packaging it arrives in, featuring a square design similar to Quest 3 rather than a rectangular shape, and that's actually a plus since it takes up less room for storage, perfect if you're someone who holds on to boxes like I do. Now let's open it up and check out what's included in the box. Alright, so here's the headset, which comes in two storage options, 128 gigs and 256 gigs, which is the version that I have right here. Beneath that, you'll find the accessories. First is the 1-meter USB-C charging cable paired with a power adapter featuring a USB-C port on the back. If you wear glasses, there's also a glasses spacer included, which would come in handy for anyone that has prescription glasses. Next, we've got two Touch Plus controllers, each equipped with wrist straps and a pair of AA batteries. Lastly, there's also a quick start guide, although let's be honest, most of us probably won't read it, although we really should. And that's everything in the box, giving you all you need to get started. Now, let's take a brief look at the headset itself and its design, because if you're familiar with the Quest 2, you'll notice that the overall shape and design are quite similar. However, the most noticeable difference here is the camera setup on the front. And I have to say that I really like the triple cluster layout they've chosen this time, as it stands out from the design of the Quest 3, making it easy to distinguish between the two. Now, in case you're wondering why there's so many black circles on this headset, these black circles house two tracking cameras, two IR depth sensors, and two pass-through cameras, which allow for full color visibility as you look around your space. Additionally, there are more tracking cameras on the sides, and if you look closely, you'll spot the subtle Meta logo on the top, which becomes visible as you tilt your headset. Turning it to the side, you'll find the power button along with the USB-C port used for charging. Flipping it over to the bottom, there are two more buttons, one for adjusting the volume and a new action button. Pressing this action button activates pass-through mode, letting you see your surroundings without having to remove your headset, while pressing it again returns you back to VR mode. I found this to be a really handy feature for quickly checking your environment mid-session, especially while you're gaming. Now, looking at the head strap, it's quite similar to previous models. The top section fits over your head and the adjustable side straps help you find the perfect fit. And if you ever need to swap them out, the straps can easily be detached by pulling on the sides, just like this. Now, setting up the Meta Quest 3S is super easy. Simply power on the headset, install any available updates, sign into the Meta Horizon app, and follow the tutorial steps. The whole process takes around 10 minutes and you'll be ready to start downloading and installing your favorite apps or games right away. Now, if you take a close look at what's inside, this headset uses Fresnel lenses, the same type found in the Quest 2. These are the more advanced pancake lenses featured in the pricier Quest 3. However, the Fresnel lenses offer a 96 by 90 field of view, a pixel per inch of 773, and a resolution of 1832 by 1920 per eye, which is still pretty good. The most noticeable upgrade here though is the full color pass-through, because unlike the black and white version on the Quest 2, this feature provides a full color view of your surroundings, making it a significant improvement over the older model. But if you used a Quest 3 before, you're already familiar with this. As for picture quality, it's impressive, sharp, vibrant, and every game I've tested so far looks great. That said, because the headset uses Fresnel lenses, getting the best visual experience requires careful adjustment. Your eyes need to be perfectly aligned with the center of the lens, as improper positioning or poorly adjusted straps can lead to a blurry and out of focus view. So do take the time to adjust it properly for best results. When it comes to specs, one of the biggest upgrades in the Quest 3S is the processor. The Quest 2 was powered by the Snapdragon XR2 Gen 1, while the Quest 3S now uses the same Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chip as the Quest 3. This new processor is a major leap forward, especially with the new games already being released that are only compatible with the Quest 3 and the Quest 3S. Combine this with 8 gigs of RAM, and this ensures games run exceptionally well on this headset. Now let's talk about the controllers. These are the Touch Plus controllers, identical to the ones included with the Quest 3. They're used for navigating menus, controlling gameplay, and really anything requiring controller input. They feel lightweight, fit comfortably in my hands, and are easy to operate. On top, you've got thumbsticks for movement in games and apps, along with triggers on the back for menu selection or actions like shooting in games. There are also grip buttons on the sides, as well as the A, X, and Y buttons for tasks like jumping, plus the menu button and the meta button. Pressing the meta button opens up a universal menu no matter what you're doing, which is pretty handy. The controllers also feature haptic feedback, providing vibration while interacting with objects in game, which adds to the immersion. Battery life is solid too, offering around 20 to 25 hours of use depending on the games you play. In fact, after 4 to 5 days of gaming and filming, both of my controllers are still sitting at 100%. Now, if you're interested in a VR or mixed reality headset, chances are you're here for the games. I took a quick browse through the App Store to check out how many games are available on Meta, and let me tell you, there are tons. You've got some great titles like Assassin's Creed, Beat Saber, Arizona Sunshine 2, and Pavlov, and this is one of the major perks of getting into VR or mixed reality gaming today because it's well established with a huge library of games to choose from. You're really spoiled for choice at this point. I tested quite a few games this week, and of course, I had to start with First Encounters. This is a perfect game for anyone that has never experienced VR before because it's easy to understand and super fun with all the animations and sound effects that are added to the gameplay experience. As I played, I moved the controllers to shoot the objects on screen, and the 4 cameras on the headset tracked every movement. Each motion was seamlessly translated into the game, but I really need to practice more. Plus, the game isn't just fun, it's a great way to get moving, almost like a mini workout. Next, I tried out Batman Arkham Shadow, which comes free with the Quest 3S, and it's just absolutely crazy how good this game looks. The way you interact with objects, climb, and jump feels incredibly immersive on the Quest 3S. I also gave painting VR a try, where you can pick up a brush and some paint and let your creativity flow. Now, just because I'm terrible at it doesn't mean the app is bad, but if you have an artistic side, this could be a cool experience. MetaQuest also offers Meta Horizon Worlds, which is an open world community space where you can walk around, chat with other users, play games, and participate in events. Then there's multitasking and mixed reality, which I've had a lot of fun with. When using certain apps or playing games, you can choose between immersive mode, where your surroundings are hidden, or pass-through mode, which lets you see the room around you. For instance, I had YouTube open in my kitchen, and the screen size was absolutely mind-blowing, probably around 120 to 150 inches. You can even dim the background while in pass-through mode, adjusting it to full light or a cinema-like darkness. The same goes for Prime Video. Now, if you ask me, I would even go as far as to say that I truly see VR headsets replacing the need for television screens in the future, and the reason why I say future and not right now is because even though the experience of watching YouTube videos with VR is magical, it still needs a little bit more work when it comes to providing 4K resolution and comfort for binge watching shows. One thing I also want to add is how good the audio experience on this headset is. It didn't just look like I was in a movie theater, it also sounded like it. The way the speakers are built on this headset somehow makes you feel like you have headphones on even though there's nothing directly on your ear. Then there's multitasking. One of the standout features of Meta headsets is the ability to open multiple windows and place them anywhere in your environment. I had a browser, YouTube, and Game Pass open all at once without any problems. It's a cool way to watch a guide on YouTube while playing a game like on the Xbox or the Meta Store. It's like having a TV and a tablet both open at the same time. Plus, you can resize the windows, rearrange them, or change their order. Seeing this in person is on an entirely different level. This just looks so unreal. This truly feels like a Marvel movie in real life, and for someone that really appreciates technology, I can easily see how this will eventually become how people interact with devices in the future, and it's inevitable. More on this in my conclusion, but yeah, you can game, work, watch movies, and multitask all at once without needing a TV or monitor, and you can make the screen as big as you want. So considering all of these things, is it worth buying? Well, as I mentioned, these start at $299 for the 128GB model, and in my opinion, that's a great price for what you're getting. Sure, the Quest 3 has some advantages in a few areas, but it's another $200 more depending on where you buy it. If you're new to VR or MR, or if you're upgrading from a Quest 2, this is a fantastic headset. Plus, don't forget to get a free copy of Batman Arkham Shadow, a 1-year warranty, and a 3-month trial of MetaQuest Plus. If you use my link in the description below, you also get $30 in Quest Cash added to your account to spend in the store. I hope this video was helpful and answered any questions you had. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section. A big thanks again to Meta for sponsoring today's video and providing the headset. And as always, a big thanks to you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe for more gadget reviews. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.